National Honor Fraternity is hosting a crystal event in the next coming day. Stay with us to find out all the details.
President Biden is calling on Americans to vote in the upcoming midterm elections, saying that our democracy is under attack.
Is it Christmas season already? Starbucks thinks so. The holiday menu is available and a new item has been added to the menu. All this and more as your TV2 News in a Flash starts right now.
This is TV2 News.
Good morning, Portage County, and welcome to your Thursday FlashCast. I'm Kennedy Webb-Glenn.
And I'm Mara O'Malley.
We're on the edge of a new year, which can bring back memories that will forever remain near and dear in our hearts. The May 4th Task Force is having their official kickoff meeting today, November 3rd at 5 p.m. It will be in the Resource Lab, which is on the first floor in the library. The May 4th Task Force was formed to raise awareness amongst the Kent community about the May 4th shootings, which led to tragedy and lives lost.
November is here, which means we are ready to celebrate Native American Heritage Month. The theme of this year's celebrations for Kent State is walking alongside our trials. Kent is doing many things to celebrate and learn about the diverse cultures, rich histories, and contributions of our nation's first people. On November 10th and 12th, you'll get to see Native American art and culture and get to celebrate veterans and the heritage.
Wine is a way of bringing people together, especially animal lovers. Pause to Taste will be hosting a wine tasting event to benefit the Portage Animal Protective League. It will take place on Saturday at the Bertram Inn and Conference Center in Aurora starting at 6 p.m. Tickets are $80 and there will be a silent auction, live entertainment, and more. All proceeds benefit animals that have been abused and abandoned.
Hippie Fox Rocks Crystal event is being held on Friday, November 4th. Come out and support Phi Sigma Pi, which is a gender-inclusive National Honor Fraternity here at Kent State. They commit themselves to a life of social service with a goal of improving humanity through their principles of scholarship, leadership, and fellowship. The Crystal event will take place from 11 to 4 p.m. and it will be held here at 155 East Erie Street in Kent, Ohio.
Good morning, Portage County. I'm Natalie DeSantis here with your Thursday morning weather report. So right now in Kent, it is a little bit chilly, a little bit foggy, 40 degrees, feels like 43, with a dew point of 41 degrees, which is showing a humidity of 90%. So throughout Northeast Ohio, we can see some, pretty similar temperatures, low to mid 40s. Up in Cleveland, we can see, higher 46, and over in Sandusky 47, and Mansfield around 40, and same here in Kent. So for the rest of the week, it's a little bit cloudy. That fall weather, that November is starting to show through. But this weekend, it's going to warm up a little bit, so we can look forward to that. And into next week, we can see a little bit of sun poking through. So we have something to look forward to. And that's all for your Thursday morning weather report. I'm Natalie DeSantis. Have a great day and get out and enjoy the little bit of warm weather that we have left.
Ohio's LGBTQ+ voting population is set to grow more than any other state over the next 2 decades. The percentage of Ohioans identifying as LGBTQ+ is expected to essentially double with each generation by 2040. The population may be moving toward more acceptance, but Ohio politics are trending in the opposite direction. LGBTQ+ voters have higher turnout rates than any others, and this could hopefully lead to a more inclusive future.
Reckless driving has become more of an issue in Ohio. Lawmakers want to put a seatbelt on it by putting forward a new bill. It will be able to curb speed, racing, dangerous donuts, and keeping passengers from putting their heads outside their windows. With a police staffing shortage and bigger criminals to catch, resources cannot be wasted on chasing down speeding cars. This new House bill could prohibit reckless driving from public roads and private properties.
The FBI arrested 2 alleged members of the far-right group called the Boogaloo Boys. One of the charged men is Aaron McKillips, who is from Sandusky, Ohio. He was charged with the illegal possession of a machine gun and the interstate communication of threats. McKillips is also believed to be a member of the paramilitary group called the Sons of Liberty.
The Cleveland Cavaliers hosted the Boston Celtics for some late-night NBA action. See how they did next on TV2 Sports.
It's National Sandwich Day. Find out how we are here at TV2 are celebrating after the break.
Tomorrow's news leaders.
Today's top stories.
From an award-winning student newsroom.
This is TV2 News, truly Portage County.
The President of the United States refuses to accept the results of the 2020 election. He refuses to accept the will of the people. He refuses to accept the fact that he lost.
President Joe Biden delivered a speech on Wednesday to the American people. The message warned about the future of the nation's democracy and how it could lie in the hands of next week's midterm elections. Biden's message placed blame for this national situation on former President Donald Trump, accusing him of creating a lie that turned into conspiracies which led to violence. Midterm elections will be held on Tuesday, November 8th.
Today, I appeal to all Americans, regardless of party, to meet this moment of national and generational importance. We must vote, knowing what's at stake and not just the policy of the moment.
If you're a fan of the Washington Commanders, you may soon be watching them under a new name. A team sale is strongly being considered by owner Dan Snyder. Snyder and his wife have hired Bank of America Securities to look into their financials. This may be a pressure sale after Snyder was accused of fostering a toxic environment. He is now under investigation by the NFL.
And just like everything else lately, Thanksgiving is getting more expensive. The market research firm IRI is predicting that your meal for your Thanksgiving dinner could be 13.5% more expensive than last year. There is a possibility that promotions in the next few weeks could help lower the cost of the meal, but with everything else being more costly, most Americans are expecting to shell out more money than usual for their Thanksgiving dinner.
And now, your TV2 Sports Report.
That's great. I can text this stuff.
It's that time of year for sports.
That is right, Kennedy, and we have so much going on in the sports world right now. Let's jump to Michael to see what's going on.
Thanks, Kennedy and Mara. It really is the most wonderful time of the year. Good morning, Portage County. I'm Michael Neenan, and I've said enough about me already because we're here to talk about sports. Let's jump right in. The Kent State women's volleyball team travels to Muncie, Indiana for a back-to-back against Ball State. After coming off a loss to Western Michigan at home, the Flashes look to rebound against the Cardinals, who currently hold the best record in the Mid-American Conference. Tonight and tomorrow's matches are scheduled for 6 o'clock. Be sure to tune in to both games on ESPN+. And moving on, we have the Cleveland Cavaliers taking on the Boston Celtics in Cleveland. Donovan Mitchell up here. He's dribbling the ball on Malcolm Brogdon, and he hits a deep three. Man, look at him go. Averaging over 30 points for the Cavaliers. He gets the ball again and goes in for a tough layup in the fourth. He can't be stopped. But just when you thought the Cavaliers had iced the game, Jason Tatum, he goes and he dunks over Jarrett Allen. That's right, the first team All-NBA member goes up and he dunks on the big man. Couldn't block the shot. And in overtime, Jarrett Allen blocks Marcus Smart on the fast break. The man himself, Donovan Mitchell, catches a lob for the dunk, and the Cavaliers would win 114-113. And of course, we talked about C-Town. Let's talk about A-Town. The Houston Astros taking on the Philadelphia Phillies for Game 4. Of course, the Astros pitching staff put on a clinic tonight. as they threw a combined no-hitter. And here, as we see, Alex Bregman hits to right field, and Jose Altuve and Jeremy Pena run in for the score to give the Astros a 3-0 lead. And at the top of the fourth, with Bregman on third, Yuli Gurriel hits to left field, and Alex Bregman runs in for the score to give the Astros a 5-0 lead. And finally, in the top of the ninth, JT Realmuto hits, but is unfortunately tagged out. Of course, the Astros tie the series and wind up winning 5-0 here in Game 4. That's all I have for today. Be sure to follow our socials at TV2 KSU Sports for all sports-related updates within the area. I'm Michael Neenan, and let's send it right back to Kennedy.
My favorite color being blue is very fitting for this new movie coming out. Avatar is back and will be headed to theaters on December 16th.
That's right, there will be a new adventure into the regions of Pandora. The second Avatar was directed by James Cameron, and it will be 13 years since we were wowed by that first movie.
The way of water connects all things. Before your birth and after your death.
This is our home!
I need you with me, and I need you to be strong.
Here's a look at the latest trailer for Avatar: The Way of Water. The sequel takes place more than 10 years after the original, as Jake, Neytiri, and their family fight to stay alive and stay together. Avatar: The Way of Water launches in theaters December 16th.
Our death date is in 18 months. We have to follow every lead.
Manifest had an unusual itinerary from cancellation to revival. After NBC canned the mystery series, Netflix began streaming old episodes, and viewers responded.
Netflix couldn't help but notice that we were approaching some type of record on their platform, and conversations started, could we potentially make new episodes for the platform?
The first half of the final season of Manifest is available Friday. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
You can never go wrong with a good old ham and cheese, as we as a nation celebrate National Sandwich Day. It is a lunchtime staple and the quickest to-go meal you could ever get. It is the birthday of the 4th Earl of Sandwiches, which was born on November 3rd, 1718. It all began when Earl wanted something he could eat with his hands. Somewhere along the lines, you could say that harvested the hot dog, hamburger, and wraps. And that wraps up the Thursday's FlashCast.
Thanks so much for joining us.
For updates on all these stories and more, visit our website at kentwired.com.
And our social media platforms at Kent Wired. I'm Michael Neenan.
I'm Natalie DeSantis.
I'm Mara O'Malley.
And I'm Kennedy Webb-Glenn. Have a great day, Portage County.
This is Portage County's TV2, broadcasting from the campus of Kent State University. Streaming online at kentwired.com.